Hey, AppSmart family, it's Christopher Schubert, VP of Channel Sales for the South region here with today's National Sales Solution panel. And I am joined by the illustrious Jason Schwago from Broadvoice. Jason, tell me a little bit about yourself and what fires you up about working at Broadvoice.
Hey, Chris. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to join you today. For those of you that know me, my name's actually pronounced Shago, not Schwago.
I knew I would get that wrong. I knew I would get that wrong on top.
That's
Darn
okay.
it.
You and 10 billion other people. It's all good. But I'm Vice President of Sales for the East region for Broadvoice. So essentially Maine down to Texas. And, I've been with Broadvoice since January 2020. And what fires me up, I've been in the UCaaS space for almost 18 years. And I love solution selling. I love helping the partner community better understand how to position us, how to grow their business with us, and helping to build all the pieces from the Broadvoice side to make sure that we're supporting our partners the best possible way that we can.
That is a shocking admission to say that you've been in the UCaaS space for 18 years, because this space has gone through so much evolution. Literally, back then, heck, you were praying the phone calls would work. And now we're at a stage where it's just like every day for everyone. So, Jason, for folks that don't know Broadvoice, among the myriad of different UCaaS carriers that are out there, what specifically are you known for? What is the solution set that fits the Broadvoice world?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we are a provider of UCaaS and CCaaS, and certainly we have a kind of an enterprise SMS platform. But I think what really makes us shine and what makes us different is how we have built our entire company and everything that we do around the channel. So, for example, we give every single one of our partners a channel manager, a partner support manager, a sales engineer, so that they get the highest level of either proactive or reactive response possible. So, for example, we turn quotes around generally in under 2 hours. When a partner needs to pick up the phone and get somebody live, whether it's a technical question, a process or administrative question, or anything at all, they know they have a direct set of contacts they can pick up the phone and call and action whatever they need right away.
That's kind of more of a traditional, I hesitate to say old school approach, but in a day when so many UCaaS providers require complicated deal registration policies that can take you're talking about getting that quote back in 24 hours. Most providers might take 24 hours to assign a rep to even talk to you. So that's huge.
We're not, we'd love to be a part of the prospect conversations and demonstrations, but no, we don't require those in advance of getting the quote out. We actually give partners the ability to generate their own quotes as well, with some limitations. But yeah, as I said, everything we do is built around that partner community to make it easy for them to build their business with us.
Well, that's huge too, because if ease of use is what's going to set one provider apart from the other and really guarantee more repeat business, which you guys have definitely seen with AppSmart. Speaking of that business, are there any sales strategies in particular that really work well when working with Broadvoice?
There's a few. So one is certainly to, either lean on us to help you throughout that entire sales cycle, with any level of discovery, demos, et cetera, or give us the opportunity to educate you so that you understand our platform, you understand our processes. We'll give you free house accounts that you can play with our solution, demo it on your own if you choose. It's really about, just being aware or letting us help you any step of the way that we can fill in for the need.
No, I love that. Just the idea of you really give a lot of the best of both worlds at Broadvoice. That's why we're such broad fans of Broadvoice here at AppSmart. Is you've got the self-service options, you've got the team up with the channel managers, and when you do team up with the channel managers, you know that you've got someone that knows that product. It's going to help you look good and help really help with that conjunction of a carrier that is a full stack UC provider. You might not be aware of it, but a full stack contact center provider as well, all on the Broadvoice platform. Now we've talked about some things that work. Let's talk about some things that don't. We deal with channel partners every single day, and unfortunately folks stumble. What do you think is the biggest mistake you see channel partners make out there that might keep them from being as successful as they want to be?
We do have some partners that, will just generate, a handful of quotes from multiple providers and really go in there and compete on pricing instead of solution selling. So, the partners that work with us that, build a trusted relationship with their prospects, really go in there and understand their infrastructure, the use cases of the power users, not power users, and really get deep and wide, if you will, within the prospect, seem to have a much higher success rate with Broadvoice. Certainly, as I mentioned, there's others that, I don't want to call them a quote mill, but, they're really just focused on, hey, how low can you get this price? Because that's what I'm leading with. I'm leading with price, not solution. They tend to not have as much success. And then, we throw our hands in the air later when we find out a competitor won because, their partner or the direct sales team of that competitor did a much better job of covering the entire gamut of solution selling.
That's a huge point, Jason, because within UCAS, both yourselves and others, may have price points that are very, very attractive. But if the advisor goes to price first, you're limiting yourself so much in that sales conversation. You're limiting yourself from talking about add-ons, the full value, what you're going to be able to bring to the table, and ultimately the total solution. If you just get in there and just start cutting costs out of the gate, just never leads to something good. Doesn't mean it
Absolutely.
doesn't mean it doesn't help, especially if you're trying to close a deal. But up front, never start there.
But I think what's also important for everybody to know is, Broadvoice does have its own proprietary platform. Mm-hmm. And when our partners need to get aggressive on pricing to win, we absolutely can enable them to do so while still paying one of the highest evergreen residuals in the industry and top spiffs. But it doesn't mean that we want our partners to necessarily go there right out of the gate. We much rather know that we're delivering the right solution, and then we can refine pricing to make sure that our partners can win.
So Broadvoice has been the channel for quite a long time now and has gone through a couple of different evolutions over the years, as we all have. Yeesh. Have I changed my name today? Nope, I'm good. So tell us a little bit about what you think might be the biggest misconception around Broadvoice.
Sure. There's several misconceptions, but probably the biggest one is that that we're just focused on SMB with an emphasis on the S. We sell a lot of business month over month, but what a lot of partners aren't aware of is we sell a lot of 200 to 1,000 seat opportunities as well, especially now that we have not only Teams integration, but we've launched a new virtual seat for end users that don't need handsets. So very aggressive price point, still the top residual, still high spiffs, but able to service a market that's really looking for that go-to provider to inject dial tone into their teams, but still be able to provide additional features like receptionist console, contact center seats, hunt groups, auto attendants, et cetera, et cetera.
Awesome. One thing I want to key in on, you touched on the misconception around SMB, which AppSmart family, we've definitely seen that this year as we've seen some bigger and badder deals coming to the Broadvoice team, and they're able to knock them out of the park again because of their focus on solution selling. And in a couple of cases I can think of, their ease of doing business. But one thing I want to key in on for you guys also to know about, and also, Jason, if you want to add a couple words, is the importance of that platform. As we started to see more and more of the convergence of XCAS and UCAS and CC coming together, we've seen UCAS providers that do very, very well having their own contact center play. We've seen contact providers start to pull UC. Broadvoice is not maybe the name every single one of you guys know, but they are someone that can go head to head with some of the biggest names in the industry because they control that platform. Jason, anything you want to add about the power of the platform for Broadvoice?
Yeah. So, our UCAS and CCAS offering today is a single pane of glass. So it's seamless for a company looking to deploy it with kind of your essential contact center functionalities. But longer term, you're going to see us bring some significantly more advanced contact center capabilities to the market. We made an acquisition of a born in the cloud omni-channel contact center company last year named Go Contact out of Portugal. And, you're going to see us launch that with a focus on the BPO space and enterprise space this year. And next year, see some integrations into our UCAS tech stack as another contact center option when, you have customers that have grander needs such as workforce management, AI, BI, more in-depth reporting, real-time capability to make changes to the solution when there's an influx of calls for whatever reason. It's plus with Beehive, our UCaaS platform, we're about to launch integrations with a third-party marketplace, additional CRMs that we're going to integrate with, more integration, tighter integration to Microsoft and Google applications. So it's we're doing all the things that the partner community has told us they'd like to see us do, and it's just going to help us grow our business, but more importantly, open more doors for our partners to close more business.
Awesome. And can we just have a moment to recognize the fact that you may have the cutest name for a UCaaS platform ever with Beehive? I mean, come on, that's adorable. But it speaks to fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee type mentality that makes Broadvoice so awesome. Again, guys, great support out of the gate, no deal registrations, more than SMB, and they own their own platform. You've got to check these guys out. Jason, any last words for the AppSmart community?
No, just want to stress again, we're incredibly easy to work with. We do everything that we can do to make your experience working with us easy so that you can build your business around us, even if that's a portion of your business. And what we didn't talk about is, we're very strong in SIP trunking as well. So if you're still working with some companies using legacy PBXs, we're happy to come in and help you with, again, solid platform, aggressive pricing, and the ability to make top residuals and spiffs.
Awesome. Well, Jason, thank you. And thank you, Broadvoice, for spending some time with us here at AppSmart. We'll catch y'all next time.